Prime Minister announcing a boost to GST rebates for low and modest income Canadians, partially to help offset the rising cost of food, especially since the pandemic. There's also money for food banks and for Canadian food companies as well. Let's take a broad look at the effectiveness of these measures. We're joined by Katherine Festeryga, the founder of Edie Farming. She has multiple roles, wears multiple hats in the food industry, but we're tight for time. Tell us what Edie Farming, you're working on the concept of greenhouses in urban settings, and tell us about Edie Farming first off.
Yeah, happy to. We're looking at bringing rooftop greenhouses into urban centers. So think of your Amazon distribution warehouses or even data centers. What are we doing with all these data centers that are going up? They have all this waste heat. Can we turn it into energy and use that to power greenhouses? Right in Etobicoke, right in Alberta, right in North York.
You're also involved with Mars, which is the giant Toronto entrepreneurs nursery. What are you doing there?
Yeah, Mars has just announced its very first year of doing a new mission for Mars, food and ag tech. And so it's looking directly at sort of what Prime Minister Carney has talked about today. How are we bringing the future of food to Canada? How are we turning urban centers, a downtown Toronto center focused on ventures, Canadian ventures, and how are we helping them grow and scale? And I think very uniquely, why would a downtown Toronto space be at the center of food and food security and ag tech? And it's directly positioning sort of this concept of we can no longer rely on the United States for food. We need to bring that into our urban centers, and we need to create a resilient food supply chain. So that's sort of what we're working on at Mars.
And you're also on the board of North York Food Bank. So you don't have much time for sitting around watching Netflix. It sounds like me. It sounds to me.
I still have time to watch Heated Rivalry. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, you haven't missed that. So talk to Mr. Carney's measures today. I mean, there's an increase of a few $100s a year for families to help them with groceries. There's money for food companies and for food banks. But stepping back from it, will this make a big difference?
I think it depends. I think these are mechanisms that we've seen before. Obviously, the GST rebate, that's nothing new. Food banks have been receiving funding. But what I think is really interesting is that the Prime Minister is clearly following up from his speech in Davos, where he really positioned food and food sovereignty as crucial for national defense. And when we think through, okay, so there's all these sort of, there's new funding, there's new mechanisms, but what does that really mean? I think it's clear that we're thinking about food from a more holistic standpoint, and we're thinking, how do we really ensure that Canada won't see empty shelves if any geopolitical issues happen? If we're now in climate change, we're in a crazy snowstorm here in Ontario, how do we look at the future of food and build resilience into it? So will this necessarily make food more affordable when a Canadian goes to the grocer tomorrow, next week, next month? No, but long term, looking at the defense of Canada and Canada's food systems, I think there's potential.
But there's some things it'll be very hard to grow in competition with Mexico, for example, with their low wages.
Absolutely. And I think that we're seeing the role of technology coming in. Think of AI. At Edie Farming, we have an AI sensor that's AI technology that's allowing for lower labor in greenhouses. So we're actually able to automate a lot of these processes to make Canada more competitive. And we know that Canada has some of the best talent, some of the best entrepreneurs, some of the best ideas. We really need to fund them, we need to scale them, and we need to help them get more commercialization and on shelves for Canadians to purchase Canadian goods.
Do you feel the big Canadian retail chains do enough to support Canadian growers and processors, food processors?
I mean, I think it depends regionally. I know I'm based in Toronto, I'm in Ontario, and there's a big push in grocery stores for a buy local and for Foodland Ontario and positioning food that's locally grown to be at the forefront of shelves. But it really depends on different regulations. I think that everybody is trying to figure out what can they do to make this work the best for Canadians. But a lot of work still needs to be done. In this announcement by the Prime Minister, there's this new national food security strategy team that they're putting together. I think it's going to be really interesting to see if we can have some of those discussions come out of it. Are retailers going to be at the table? Are ventures going to be at the table? Who's going to be sort of involved in that, and how can that impact Canadians every day?
I sometimes wonder about the Netherlands. I think they're the world's #2 food exporter with hardly any land. Why can't Canada pull that off with all our land?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. A big issue has been our energy costs. That's why I'm looking at data centers and the waste heat around data centers. But, Leamington is the greenhouse capital of Canada. That's where I'm from, born and raised. And we've really excelled on greenhouses. However, the majority of that food goes to the United States. It actually doesn't come to Canada. So I think we need to rethink, how are we using the land that we have, the buildings that we have? How can we maybe rethink our innovation around lighting, around energy, around sort of distribution channels? How can we bring food closer into the source? And I really think we just haven't had to. We're Canada. We're an amazing, prosperous country. We have a lot of land. We have a lot of natural resources. We haven't had to innovate potentially at the scale that the Netherlands has. And so now we're sort of in that crucial moment where the government is clearly stepping up with funding. Ventures are ready to be able to scale, and we're able to sort of make those first sort of changes, I think.
Catherine, thank you very much indeed. Are you ever a dynamo? Thank you very much indeed.
Anna, flattery. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Katherine Festeryga, founder of Edie Farming.